G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. Today I just wanted to take a look at the poster that they released for the Tales of the Jedi series that they're coming out with on Disney+. Now of course they say 2 stories of fate, 1 destiny. Tales of the Jedi, 6 original shorts from Star Wars are streaming October 26th. Now, I just wanted to take a quick look at the poster. Obviously, this is going to revolve around Ahsoka and Count Dooku. They're going to have 2 separate stories. 1 destiny, I think maybe that means that they might come together at some point and something will happen where they kind of come to a crescendo in regards to these 2 stories that they're coming up with, but I really don't know too much about it. They have released a trailer and we will take another quick look at that. But based on the poster, of course, you've got Yaddle in there. I think it's Yaddle, unless it's a really young Yoda with this long locked hair just down here. I found it funny that there was a lightsaber just in here. Now, I would say that that's Dooku's lightsaber and he's just holding it behind him like that while using the Force, but it's kind of a bit of an eyesore. It kind of looks like it comes out of nowhere. And of course, in this poster, you've got Rex, you've got Obi-Wan, you've got a young Qui-Gon Jinn, you've got Mace Windu over here, and of course, a young Ahsoka. And this new Inquisitor / Sith, I don't know exactly what that character is or where that character comes from. Now, I saw this because, of course, OG Star Wars put this out. I will stick with the real Tales of the Jedi. Now, this was a comic book series that they came out with for the Knights of the Old Republic to tell some stories about specific Jedi in that era. So it kind of tells a few stories a couple of thousand years, or at least 1,000 years before the events of the Skywalker saga. But I find it really stupid that, of course, they've got to try and pick from the EU that they've decanonized and of course use the name Tales of the Jedi. Now, of course, they own the IP, so they can do whatever the hell they want with it. But I just think that it's really unfaithful. It's horrible. I don't know how George is feeling about all of this stuff, and I know a lot of the fans, like OG Star Wars and myself and a fair few others out there, aren't too happy with the fact that they're repurposing the title Tales of the Jedi. Now, I also wanted to point out that I find it interesting that they're actually releasing this on the 26th. Now, as you all know, the Andor series is out at the moment and they drop that every Wednesday. This is going to be dropped on one of those Wednesdays. Now, I don't know whether or not they're going to drop all 6 original shorts on the same night. I would assume that they are. Surely they're not going to release 1 short at a time. But we've got 7 episodes left of Andor. This is going to come out 3 weeks from now, so there's still going to be at least 4 episodes left of Andor when they release this, and it's going to be released on the same night. I don't know who at Lucasfilm is planning these things in regards to when they're going to be coming out, the dates, all of that sort of thing, but they should have released it on like a Friday night, the Friday after Andor comes out or something like that. Now, I do think that this is going to be well received, and especially if you actually look at the ratio, you've got 259,000 likes to 4.9 thousand dislikes after 5 million views. So, of course, I think this is going to be pretty well received. There's a lot of people out there that still like the character of Ahsoka from the Clone Wars and, of course, Rebels. And, of course, there's a lot of people out there that like the character of Dooku and probably want to see a young Padawan version of Qui-Gon Jinn, see how he learns from his master in that sense. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem. I'd want to see a story about Qui-Gon and Count Dooku. But in all honesty, I just, again, have no faith in Disney Star Wars to actually honor these characters, honor the source material, honor the legacy of Star Wars and the laws that go with that. I just don't see them doing that. I mean, they continue to bring things in. I mean, in Rebels, we had the helicopter lightsabers. And of course, this is produced and made by Dave Filoni, the same people that made the Clone Wars and, of course, Rebels and the Bad Batch. But again, I don't have any faith in them. You look at what they're doing with Andor. People out there want to praise the fact that this is the best writing we've ever seen in Star Wars. To me, it's garbage writing. You take the Star Wars label off it, you take the TIE fighters and shit, everything that people can go, ah, over, and it's just bland, boring, walking and talking, sitting and talking, eating breakfast, talking. And the dialogue, people want to say again that the dialogue is really like deep and inspirational and all of this kind of thing. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So, like I said, I think this is going to be received quite well by the Disney Star Wars fans that are still out there. But I don't know why they're releasing it when they're releasing it. Of course, like I said, we're probably going to get all 6 shorts in one hit. And I don't know what's going to overshadow what. Is this going to overshadow Andor? Or is the fact that we're already in the middle of Andor going to overshadow this? That's what it really comes down to. Let's take a look at the trailer again. Of course, this was released on the 11th of September. So it was a little while ago now, but let's take a look.
Everywhere there is life, but you must face death.
Padme's death. So end of Revenge
Honor
of the
it.
Sith. So all of that.
Do not fear it.
Maybe Ahsoka.
Jedi.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka is Jedi.
People are going to cheer so hard over this stuff.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Master Dooku.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Master, stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan. Again. Again.
Dooku, stand down.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness. Let's hope all that training pays off.
And who might you be?
So they've obviously, that's the clicker in there. I want to go back to, there was that bit where it looked like Yaddle was fighting Dooku. I can't remember.
Let's hope all that training pays off.
This bit here, that looks like Dooku might be the one that kills Yaddle. And again, I just want to, if you want a good story about Dooku, you know, before he does turn to the dark side, read the Plagueis novel. It definitely gives you a good insight to how he's feeling about the Republic and all of that sort of thing. And of course, how Palpatine manipulates him in regards to coming over to his side. But again, I do think that this is going to be received quite well. There's a lot of flashes of scenes in there. It's very hard to pick out what's actually going on. But like I said, I think this is going to be received really well by the Disney Star Wars fans. I think it's just another way of them trying to capture that feeling of Star Wars without actually knowing or doing Star Wars well. Again, we've got to see it and all of that sort of thing, but that's just my thoughts on it. I've got no faith in Disney Star Wars at the moment that they can actually produce and tell a good Star Wars story. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. The release date, the poster, the trailer. Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.